Okay, I'm hoping that this works. I was multi-streaming to Facebook and YouTube, but it looked like YouTube was having the problem, although it may be Facebook, I'm not sure. Hop on, let me know where that you're watching and that you can see me now. Okay, I apologize for that, but trust me, those kind of things I don't worry about anymore. It's the internet, it's technology. So let me just give it a minute and I'll flip the camera. Somebody let me know that it's working. Okay. Hi, Maureen. No, see, it's not again. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep watching this. All right, let's flip the camera and let's see what happens. Hopefully I can get through this. I am going to show you the Forest Friends today on page 46 and 47. Yes, third time's a charm. Let's hope so, Gail. Hi, Mary. So this is a really cute stamp set, and it's got some really cute dies to it. 22 dies altogether. How cute are they? So let me just get going here. The other thing that you're going to see as I use the Charming Sentiments, another one of my new favorites. It's got all these great sentiments, but then it's also got the dies. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Bonnie. The dies that you'll see in a minute cut all those phrases out. So it's a great, great stamp set with dies. So let me jump right in here before I lose this again. So the paper, let me bring that great paper in. One of the things I love about this paper is it's got so many possibilities. Look at, you can just cut those out and make cards. And that's what I did with the first card. Okay. I just cut this area out and I made a little welcome card. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Teresa. So it's just a cute little welcome card. Welcome, baby. Just by using that designer series paper. I know, it's so cute. The next one I did, again, using the designer series paper, but a different designer series paper. And then on the little tree stump right there, okay, which is part of the paper, I added a little owl and some trees. Here is that sentiment with the backing. And what I did was I stamped this, I cut it out, then I cut out another piece of coral. I cut it, I slid it in half so that it gives a shadow effect. Okay, that's a little technique you may have seen me do before. If not, you'll see me do it again. And then I added that nice ribbon that comes with the suite and did a double bow. Wishing you everything wonderful. So I used a happy birthday on this one. Lots of cute ideas. And of course I did my envelopes. The next one I did, I used one of our new standalone dies, which is a frame, and I'll bring it up. There'll be still shots on my blog tomorrow. So you can see that's a frame. And I forgot the name of the frames. If anybody remembers, there's 2 frames in there. And then I just added all those cute little guys together and made a cute little thank you card. But the one card that I want to show you, and I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to change up the colors, is a Z-fold card. Oh, it's stormy in Ohio, huh? This is what I knew I wanted to do with this stamp set, because I just thought about like the whole Forest Friends theme. So here is the front of it, and then it opens up like this. And you can see again, I used that great designer series paper. And then, of course, it stands up like this. So I'm going to flip this for a second so you can see what it would look like. So the Z-fold card, let me get over this way. I never know where to put the card. I guess it's over here. There we go. I got it. So that's a Z-fold card. And then if you open it up, it would look like that. How cute is that? Yeah, 3 times a charm, Renee. And it's still cutting out every so often, though, on my end. I'm hoping it's not on your end. I'm just going to keep going here until somebody tells me it's not working. All right, so not sure why we're having issues because it's not even rainy here. Just if you happen to see me freeze or whatever, let me know. All right, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do is, oh, it would be a cute Christmas card. I'm going to pull this all out. And the first piece I'm going to use is 4 1/4 by 11. Facebook is fine. Good. 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And I'm going to score this at 2 3/4. I think sometimes when you multi-stream between two different platforms, if one freezes, you're not sure which one it is. So anyway, another story for another time. So I'm going to score this again, 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. And then I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And that's what's going to make my Z fold for this piece. And I'm going to bring in my bone folder. So let me tell you that this weekend, of course, is Father's Day weekend. So I won't be live Friday. I may upload a video, but I won't be live Friday morning, okay? The next piece that we have is this piece, which is going to make that bottom half. Okay, and that's 1 1/2 by 11, so it's the same length. And that's also going to be scored the same way. Okay, so we're going to score that one. And the dimensions will be, I'll put up later. We're going to score that at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. There we go. And just make sure those are folded nice. All right. So then we're going to play with our card first here. So I need 2 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 4. Those are my little cheat sheets. And here's another piece of Designer Series paper that I cut. So they're going to go right here. I may have to trim these a little bit. And I think I want to use this right here. You're not going to see a lot of that, but okay, so you want those at 2 1/2 by 4. And I'm just going to trim this off to 2 1/2 because those are a little bit too big. So 2 1/2. Make sure they're at 4. Yep, they are. Okay. And they're going to get layered. Actually, I'm going to put this one in the middle because you might see more of that. And this is going to go right there. So they've got the little trees. All right, so let me go ahead and glue that down. I'm just going to put those right inside there. Hi, Pam. Yeah, I'm back over here now. I'll just upload this to YouTube later or tomorrow. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is the inside here, okay? So I'm going to stamp that, and I am going to use, I think I'm going to use one of these sentiments so you can see what I was talking about where I cut that, okay? So let's do, we'll do the birthday one, all right? So let me grab this piece, and I'm going to grab Happier Than You. Happier Than Happy for You. Yeah, you could use that for a birthday. So let me grab my, what color do I want to use here? I think I'm going to use the gray. Okay, I've got I'm just noticing, I think I'm missing my, oh, there's my coral. Okay, so I'm going to put it closer to the top. Happier for You. Not actually what it says, but okay, we're going to put that in there because that could be a nice birthday sentiment. Happier Than Happy for You. We're going to go ahead and do this. then this piece is actually going to go the opposite way. So because you see those two small pieces, you think you want to do it this way, but it doesn't. It goes this way. So I already scored those. Now what you need is some more Designer Series paper. And this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. So it's just a little bit smaller than the I don't know, banner part of it, or whatever you want to call it. And I want to make sure my trees are going the right way. So these are little trees. I'll put that there. And then you need 2 pieces of 1 1/4 by 2 3/4, and they're going to go right here. And you can see that they're, and you can use the other side if you want, but I wanted the tree side. So they're going to go right in there. Now I've done this fold a lot. If you look back on my videos, there's several different ones out there. But I just thought this stamp set really called out for a Z-fold card. So we're going to put that right there. Okay, now when you layer this or lay it down, it's going to go like this. There's your Z-fold. Hey, Karen, how you doing? And this is going to go right here. So the way I'm going to layer this, or lay this down, is I am going to glue this right here. And I'm going to add some glue here, but only halfway over. Okay. So I'm going to close that up and lay it down. I'm going to move this down just a hair. I want it down at the bottom. So you're only gluing this part and this part. And that's what makes your Z-fold. Now, sometimes, if you don't get it quite right, there might be a little bit of an overhang there. And all you... Hey, Monica. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I know Ricardo's birthday's tomorrow. Tell him I said happy birthday. That Reggie and I said happy birthday. We miss you. We miss you guys. And we hope to see you in Norway. All right, so there's my card. Now what I'm going to do is some stamping. So I'm going to grab a piece of white. And I'm going to be bringing in a lot of different things here. So the first thing I'm going to bring in is my smoky slate. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to stamp that. Then I am going to, did I do some trees yet? I already did the trees, and I did them all in different color greens. Okay, so then I'm going to do my Calypso Coral. And we'll put the fox up here. Just like that. I'm going to put these aside and hope I don't get my hands in them. And then I'm going to do the little tree trunk. I'll do that one in soft suede. Thanks, Monica. I wish we had gotten down there. Well, we still can. We still can get down there. And let's see. That was soft suede. I think I'll use Early Espresso for the owl. See, I'm stamping them all on one piece. I know he is a cute little fox, isn't he? And then I've got these little mushrooms. So I'm going to take Sahara sand for that. And I'm going to stamp 2 little mushrooms. Okay, now before I get my hands in everything and make a mess, I am going to close these up. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine now. I am using that magnetic plate that we are no longer selling because it is starting to come apart. You can still use it. I think I'm going to try some Gorilla Glue on it. But mine still works even though it's coming apart. Yes, Monica. I hope so. Maybe towards the fall. And then, let me put my dies on there. I can cut them all out in one time. And let's see, there's my little owl. And the nice thing is they have two. I mean, there's a lot. There's 22 dies in here. Okay, we're going to put that one right there. And then we've got this little part. Just like that. So one time through, I can cut this as soon as I get my plate, which is right in front of me. You can tell I am a little a little wonky today. That's what I wanted to say. All right, let's just roll that through. There we go. And we'll take this piece off and move this over. All right, and there's all my pieces that I want. There's all my dies. We'll put those back in. And we'll put all these little pieces here. I mean, this is such a cute set. But I don't want you to just think, I mean, it would make a great baby card, obviously. But birthday cards, cute birthday cards, too. Okay, so we're going to bring this in, and I'm going to lay this down. Now, there's all my pieces I'm going to use. I'm going to start with the bear. See, I really like this one, the way I did this one. But I wanted to use up some of this paper, too. So we're going to use the little bear. And we're going to use some dimensionals. I'm just going to grab some of those dimensionals. And I'm going to put the bear right here. I'm also going to take a little, I want some color here. So I'm going to add right back here, just like that. I'm going to add that tree right back there. So that adds a little color. So I'm going to take the my liquid glue. And I'm just going to tuck him back there. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to follow through with this. I'm going to figure out, I'm going to change this up a little bit, I think. Let's see. I'm going to put this guy right there. I think you only need one there. Let's go ahead and put this stump right there, and the owl's going to be right on that little stump. Oh, so cute. Now let's add some more trees to this. Just like that. And you can see, Old Olive is the color that's with the Designer Series paper, but you can see I'm using some other greens too. We're going to put that right there. I think I'm going to put the fox in front. That kind of hides him, hides the trees there. Yes, I know the YouTube channel is frozen. That's why I hopped on just Facebook. I'll delete that when we're done. YouTube was having a problem. Okay, so now we got that. I think I'm going to have to cut some more things out because I want more over here. Maybe another little fox. Maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to add some little trees here. I don't want to cover up my words. And I got these little mushrooms. You might have to get this. I know, it's really cute. Let's see. Do I need... Oh, that fits perfect. I don't need to get my small ones out. I'm going to put the little mushrooms there. mushroom right there. So when you close it up, it looks like this. And then when you open it, it looks like that. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab some gems first. And these are the solid faceted gems. And I'm going to take one of those dark green ones, the small ones. And I'm going to give that little guy an eye. Okay. And then let's see, what else do I want to do here? I am going to grab the ribbon. Did I bring the ribbon over? Yep. Okay. And I think I'm going to make a little bow here. Forgot my ribbon scissors. They're on the other table, so let's just cut this off. I didn't do a very good job of cutting that one. All right, let's see. I want this actually smaller. I'm going to give him a little bow, but he's got to have a little bit smaller bow than that. Little bow tie. And it also adds some more color to the card. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Darcy. Hi, Sharon. You finally found me again? Yeah, YouTube was being a pain. Okay, so he's going to go right there. So I'm just going to fix this bow a little bit. And then I'm going to grab my adhesive. I'm just going to grab some adhesive there. I'm going to put that little bow tie right on him. Oh, so cute. All right, now what I want to show you, I've already showed you the Z fold, and you can add something else there. Maybe we'll add another fox. But what I really want to show you is this cool trick. So happier than happy for you, but this is going to be a birthday card. So I'm going to use my Charming Sentiments. I'm going to bring in a piece of white here. I'm going to stamp, let's see, where is the birthday saying? Happiest of birthdays, there we go. Just put those over the side for a minute. Let me grab, I don't know if I have a block over here big enough. We'll take this one. Just switching blocks. I have to use a diagonal for this one. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out using the die that goes with it. These are from the Charming Sentiments. So you're going to see me cut this. Lays right over there perfectly. Get it lined up. And then I'm going to cut it out. Like that. There we go. So there's my sentiment. Now I'm going to take that same die. I'm not going to stamp on anything. I'm actually going to grab a piece of my Calypso Coral that I have here. And I'm going to cut a piece of that out. Just like that. And it's the same exact thing, just with no words on it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one right here. And you may have seen me do this before with other punches and dies. And then I'm just going to put that up here by putting some glue. to hold it, just a little bit. I'm going to make it into a shadow the words. Okay, so now when you flip it over, you have that little bit of shadowing. Doesn't have to be a lot, just to make it stand out. Just have to make sure you got the right pieces here. And do the same thing right there. So now you see how I cut that in half. And when you flip it over, now you have the sentiment, but you have it showcased in another color. Now I'm going to bring this in, and I'm actually going to put this right on top here with Dimensionals. Just like that. So it sticks up. It also adds some color to that card. So now when you open it, it looks like this. I still think we need another little fox there, so let's do one more. We're going to do another little fox, because that just looks too naked for me. Let me bring my fox back in. I got my Calypso Coral. Did I stop again? I hope not. Let me do this on the other side. Let me grab another piece of paper. All right, there we go. I'm going to cut that out. Hi, Patricia. I'm going to cut this out. I guess I'm still on then. It doesn't show. Really not sure what's going on. Now Facebook is giving us an issue, but let's just finish this card up. All right. I'm going to add that guy right here. So I'm going to have two foxes on there. This one I'm just going to layer it down. And then I'm going to add my gems. So I'm going to take one of those dark green ones and give them an eye. Then when I close it, I'm going to take the, let's see, I'm going to use something different, I think. Something a little brighter. Let's brighten that up. Let me use the blue. I'm going to add some blue gems to this. Why not? There you go. And now I have another Z-fold card. A few times, but it keeps coming back. Okay, yeah, definitely issues. So we're going to wrap this up before I lose everybody. But I hope you got to see how to make this Z-fold card using this Forest Friends. I will have still shots on my blog later tonight, probably tomorrow. Sorry for the issues, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. Okay, as long as you got to see my cards. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Sorry about the issues. I hope you enjoyed the card. If you missed any of this, go to Stampersdelight.com tomorrow. Everything will be back on there. Oh, now I'm green again, so now I'm okay. It's flickering on and off. Okay, well, hopefully everyone got to see what I was doing. Okay? Now, remember, I won't be live Friday morning, but I will have a new video uploaded for you, both here and on YouTube. Okay? So, have a great week, and keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye!